Yo, the newer equipment is just getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter.
I'll say this.
I look at my phone and obviously it's Google, and I was like, yo, what did I do? I was like, what did I do? That's the first thing I said. I feel like I was gonna pick up. He's gonna be like, yo, young blood. So I don't know what the bit depth of like the MPC 2000 was, but I think it was like, I don't want to say it's not 8-bit, but it was like a lower bit depth than what the new ones. You know how today we do more high.
But there's a new plugin that Gang. I'm not gonna lie, I used it one time on this Fari record. It's called.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know Leslie mixed Jeezy first album.
Are you kidding? T101.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yo, he said it casually when I was on stage at Engineers at NAMM, and I sat there. I tried to hold it in. I was like, oh my god.
And that's one of my like favorite.
That's a classic.
Of that era, like trap. 2000s trap music was so well mixed.
It was
like Urban Legend T.I. is one. I love them. It's dirty, but it's
clean.
Yeah,
it had a clean. You know,
the 808s felt clean. The hats did it. Like, it's just
and specifically the a lot of the horn production that was used around that time. What You Know, one of my favorite records from that era.
You Don't Know Me is you don't.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie, T.I.'s music always sounded good. Like, why you wanna, one of my favorite records, why you wanna go and do that? Boom, boom, boom. I wanna know who mixed that. His stuff sounded really, really clean. You had Live Your Life with Rihanna.
Hey, man.
What?
Urban Legend, Leslie Brown.
You lying.
Wow.
Leslie did that? No, you're lying.
Leslie did it.
Leslie mixed that T.I. album too?
Yeah, Urban Legend. I'm seeing him as one of the engineers.
Shout out. Shout out.
Nah, Leslie top 5. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, Leslie top 5.
Top 3.
I didn't know he mixed that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What does this mean?
That's ATL. That's Atlanta hip hop legend.
I'm saying
he did 10-101 and Urban Legend.
What
no way. That's
not
crazy.
to mention Madonna. Like
in the middle of all of that.
That's crazy, bro.
So I got this Britney record, y'all.
Yeah, right. And he brought that through. You know what's so funny? Speaking of Leslie, I still haven't tried the Bull Submachine yet.
You tripping?
Who got it? You got it?
I have it. I've tried it before. I'm not I don't have applications for it.
Right.
Yeah, I've tried it.
It's fire.
Yes.
I have not. Well, I heard it's amazing. The reason why I should have been downloading is because I know that he's modeling off of this, but I know he is a big user of Voice of God.
Yeah.
We can't get Voice of God, right? He's a big user.
Yeah.
So in my head, I was just like, oh, if he using this, then I might finally get it. Yeah.
I'm going through all the T.I. albums trying to see.
I can't believe he mixed that.
He did King too. King is the one.
Yeah, he did King too.
I love King.
Wow.
I love King.
That, you know what's so funny? That era of trap was super clean. Like, it was super clean, and I think that's why, and it was fun. Like, I don't know, a lot of the Atlanta trap stuff back in the day was like super clean, super fun. Ludacris.
I'm sure the producers had a lot to do with it too, because
Hey, real quick, just had a huge favor that I wanted to ask you, and that is, could you please subscribe to the channel? It would mean so much to the growth of this podcast, as well as ensure that we're able to do more and more cool things on this channel on a weekly basis. So once again, it would mean so much. It would be a huge favor to us, and it would help us so much. Please subscribe to the channel. Okay, now, back to your episode.
like there's a consistency there. Drummer Boy and David Banner, what's his name? Polo the Don.
Zaytoven.
Can I tell you something about Polo the Don? Every time Polo the Don did R&B,
bro, he smacked it, bro. Sierra,
and it felt like his drums had a different, you know what I mean?
Everything.
Like he did, he did Crying Out For Me.
He did Crying Out For Me.
He did Love
Usher's
in This Club.
Yup. Oh my gosh. Yo, can I say something? Yo, people used to smoke me. I see, like, I love this song so much. Like that. But do you remember that time when it came out that it was a lot of Apple loops?
Yeah,
like Logic loops.
Have you seen the Tricky Stewart interview? He did one. I forget the pod. I want to say it's And the Writer Is. I really want to
shout out to that show. That show is really good, by the way.
Insane.
It's insane. He had John Belly on. I don't know. I forgot his name, but shout out to whoever is running that.
Amazing.
He's amazing.
I want to say it's that, but if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But Tricky Stewart, he did this interview, and he's talking about the first time how he made the
famous
Urban. I said Urban. See, I'm still a T.I. Umbrella. And he was just like So long story short, he was doing Britney album, and he was just paying a lot for engineers. He was spending a lot of money. Of course, Britney has a budget.
Sure.
It's like, yo, I'm spending a lot of money and I'm not making the joints.
Return
I
it,
know how to
right.
make hits, but
Right.
smashes. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So he called one of his homies. He was like, "Yo, I need to retool some stuff in the studio. I'm paying all these writers, I'm paying all these engineers,
Right.
whatever." And Dream would be there. I forget the other writers, but literally legends.
Right.
So he was just like, "Yo, writers, when I need y'all, come. But if I don't call y'all, you stay home." Of course, some people fell away, but he called the homie, "Yo, come through. Need to retool some stuff in the studio because I can't be spending this money on engineers." That's when he's showing him Logic, right? Dream happens to be at the studio, and he's showing the loops on Logic, the
What?
from Umbrella, and he just starts the little synth line. He just that, and it was it was literally an accident. It was like, I want to say, and if I'm wrong, please check.
Yeah,
out
please check us if it. Yeah, please.
But
Yeah.
the way I interpreted it from that clip was, it was like a test beat to kind of see how this new program is. They have Dream go test the mic because they retooling the studio. Test the mic real quick. Let's see if it's coming into Logic. He starts singing. He writes that song.
Oh my God.
Right then and there.
And I feel like we've all heard that reference too.
Of course,
Like
yeah,
I've heard
you
that
have-
reference.
If you haven't, it's on YouTube. It was Daniel Wall's podcast, if I'm not mistaken. It's called Behind the Wall.
Okay, so not and the writer is okay.
But
Cool.
yeah,
okay,
no,
okay,
he
okay.
smoked that interview. Shout out to Daniel Wall. He also interviewed Marshmello, and it was dog. Shout out to you. But
Right.
yeah, those stories, bro. I think those producers, like it's going back to the trap conversation. I feel like the sound selection and just with how quickly music technology was progressing, they did an amazing job at adapting and not losing the thump. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because we've heard people say, "Yo, digital's thin compared to the MPs and
Right.
all of that." But whenever I see, like, shout out to Don Cannon, and he brings them on to the Tomorrow Network, and they do the remakes.
Yo.
Dog.
Oh, I want to tell you something so bad about that too.
It's all good,
Shout out Don Cannon. Let me say this. We literally watched Don build that whole thing
From
brick by brick.
Can I tell you, it predates this podcast. The first time I heard about the Tomorrow Network, I was in Atlanta. I was at Sony Publishing. They did a camp, if I'm not mistaken, 2021. August 2021. He comes by, usually in these writers camps, all the major labels, they come by to give a presentation on who they're working for, what songs they're looking for, or what type of songs they're looking for their artists. He comes through and he's Generation Now. So Jack was on fire. They had brought in somebody new, but long story short, I remember him having a Tomorrow app.
Yes.
And him saying, "Yo, y'all are producers, just get on the Tomorrow app." Right. He had an app for it. So I just downloaded it. I don't recall what it was for, but seeing I'll just say the reinvention into what it is as a social, just digital platform, bro.
Right.
That show is so
bro,
dope.
he's can I be honest with you? He's carving out a space for producers that I'm like, oh my gosh, we were missing this. You know what I mean? So much. Like my favorite episode, like one of my favorites is the one where he got the heat makers.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's how you want my dog.
Which
Like,
one?
He brought Camper on.
Yeah,
Just Camper redid. It was the Doechii joint. He had a Boom Bap, and it was "Acknowledge Me" by Doja Cat. But Camper is one of the greatest musicians ever. We did an episode with Camper, so y'all can check
That's a
that out.
fact.
But he's one of the best pianists I've ever seen, and he just starts riffing over his own beat,
Right. And
also
just
just
going
crazy,
crazy,
That's
bro.
insane.
Right.
But I love that because it's not just a behind the beat. It's really like it's conversation, and through those conversations, I think there's a little pivot. I found out that I don't know, but I think I would be an ASR guy if I came up.
Yo,
to any
me
years
too.
before.
I would
I don't
definitely
think I'd be an
shout out
NPC. The
Alchemist,
Yeah.
Kanye, bro. Everybody that was
Don
using
Cannon.
that, yep, bro. That ASR. Anytime, can I be honest with you? Every time I hear like the older producers talk about the ASR,
Yeah.
I always say to myself, "Damn, like, what was that? Like, why was that workflow
Dre, yeah.
so just like main stage, bro? Like, I remember in Kanye West's documentary with Hootie, the Hootie doc on Netflix. Cootie. I remember he was always talking about how Kanye would always be the carry around the ASR. Like that was like that was like your laptop, and that was like FL Studio. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like
Camper told us on the pod that he still uses the ASR.
he still. That's what freaked me out.
Ridiculous.
I heard I think he I could be wrong. I think he got it modded. So it's like more digital,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Hey,
Because
that makes sense.
If anybody has his ASR,
remember that there's like a weird video of him and Tiana Taylor making music. And
Oh, I
I
remember,
think
yeah.
I saw him and I was like, is he using like an ASR? Like he was still like using it, if I'm not mistaken. So I was super confused on that. But
I think I'd be not only because the keyboard is there,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Every time they talk about the ASRs versus the MPs, that always comes up when
Yeah.
you go with it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I think I would have leaned there. Maybe the sound, I don't know. I will say this. I've been seeing this all over my timeline. The MPC convo with the OGs when they compare the 60 to the 2000 to the 3000, and you hear the sound difference.
crazy, bro.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I literally.
Can I tell you what I think it is? I keep seeing people, shout out like Ab McCrae, he be doing the NPC stuff a lot. Bolo too. I think Bolo be doing NPCs. Yeah, Bolo be doing a lot of NPC stuff too. But what I think when they explained it, and obviously I'm not an NPC guy, like I don't know much about the NPC, but the way they explained it to me in some videos was bit depth, right? So they was talking about how I don't know what the bit depth of like the NPC 2000 was, but I think it was like, I don't want to say it's not 8-bit, but it was like a lower bit depth than what the new ones. You know how
Maybe like
today
6 or something, yeah.
we do more high fidelity kind of stuff. Like everything is
float, all that,
right,
yeah.
but the way the drums would crunch on that dang NPC, like I ain't gonna lie, can't you tell when you hear like a real NPC hi hat?
Yes.
Like I know that hi hat. Like,
As a little, yeah.
it's just heavy. Like it's so I think that there was something about the lower fidelity of those that kind of
recordings, yeah.
gave it that warmth and punch. Ironically, I've been talking about this a lot, or I've been thinking about this a lot. Equipment today is getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Like, I forgot who I was talking to, but I was talking to somebody about like why a lot of the older heads kind of hear still use like older like equipment and stuff like that. I don't want to say who or anything like that, but I also have heard like the older guys like talking about just going from like the older versions of Pro Tools to like the newer versions of Pro Tools and stuff like that, and saying that, yo, it has a sonic difference. I am not here to get into that conversation. Shout out my guy Bob Horn. But I've actually heard that like people talk about that and say like, yo, the newer equipment is just getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter.
I'll say this. I've heard that even in the MPC world, like they'll talk about. I remember I was at NAMM, right? At NAMM, they did an MPC. Shout out to Andy Mack and Akai. But they did a whole round table, and it was Jermaine Dupri, it was Brian Michael Cox, Just Blaze was there, and I'm standing there. I'm standing next to Guru. And, pardon me, the guy who literally made the MPC.
Wow.
Like, he's sitting
What's
there.
his name? Jeez Louise, we should know his name. I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad. Like, we should know his name, bro. For real, though.
I ain't
Like,
gonna lie, you got me with that, too.
I'm like, damn, we don't know his name? Dang. But it's so funny because I think about those people all the time. Like, you ever remember that FL Studio picture that's always floating around about the guy?
What is wrong with us?
Roger
Lynn.
Lynn. Oh, duh.
What
Okay,
is wrong
sorry.
with us?
Apologies.
Man,
Smokers.
we're
It's
not
fine.
the-
It's
yeah,
fine.
we're
We're
smokers.
here. You know, human punching bags. It's okay.
No, but
It's okay. I'm just having listen, at the end of the day, I'm just having a conversation with my
Yeah,
friends,
with
bro.
my homie.
Like
Nah,
for real, bro. Like
nah, that's great. But Roger Lynn's
Lynn.
on
Shout out Roger
stage.
Lynn.
Shout out Roger
and,
Lynn, for sure.
They're just the biggest thing they keep coming back to. They stopping the convo. I asked Roger. He was like, "What did you put in that 3000? It don't sound
I
like
gotta know.
nothing else." And
Right.
he's just like, "I don't know, y'all."
Right.
And it's like, "You're literally wrong."
right. And I don't know the general like consensus of it. Or do people prefer the 3000?
Yeah, it
Oh,
seems
gotcha.
like it's the 3000 and the 60. I've heard a lot of like dope things about that. I will tell you one of my favorite little series on IG, and he stopped doing this years ago, but like 2018, 2019, Jermaine Dupri would he's very like I could tell he likes to teach.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you don't know, he likes to let you know. You know what I mean? So he was on Instagram. He was like, "Yo, people ask me sometimes like, well, can you open up the session of confessions? Can you like what DAW did you make it and stuff like that?" He was like, so obviously some some of y'all may not know, there's a floppy disk. This floppy disk goes into this MVC, and he's opening up the Always Be My Baby session. I'm sorry, the We Belong Together session, and the Superstar session and stuff like that. He would just do these on 60-second IG videos, and it'd be the coolest shit ever.
It was so. I've been watching him like crazy. I love his. I feel like he found a young boy or girl to just like, I got you. I'll help you with the content. And I love Jermaine Dupri's content right now. Like he's killing it.
He's capturing the sessions. He's still doing it. Like he just did all the music on the Magic City doc. There's a Magic City doc.
Yeah. This episode is supported by Colossal. And today we're excited to tell you about Drops, their brand new product for producers and beat makers. When selling beats and collaborating with artists online, us producers are jumping around to different apps. File sharing, emails, DMs, and payments, and it can get really overwhelming to stay on top of it all. This is where Drops by Colossal comes in. It brings together all the essential tools and simplifies the whole beat buying and selling experience. Creating a drop is super fast. Just upload your beat to Colossal and you get a unique drop link that you can share with artists in DMs on your socials. Drop is one of the best experiences that you as a producer can give to an artist that you work with. It looks amazing. An artist can buy a license in seconds. And when you sell a beat, you instantly get paid to your PayPal account. Drops is free to use with no subscription fees and available right now. Sign up at colossal.fm/producers to get started. Yeah.
Stars, and he captured every session for that soundtrack.
Smart.
And he just brought in all the Atlanta legends to do.
That's so smart. You know what's so funny, and I feel like people don't talk about this enough. When it comes to content, right? And I've been telling people this a lot, like even to audio influencers, like if you do content and stuff like that, and I talk to a lot of people, like just asking questions and stuff like that. I always say, I think the easiest way for you to shoot content is to capture it with your normal life. Like it has to be a part of what I think the best content is a part of what you already do, so it doesn't feel like work, if that makes any sense. So when I see Jermaine Dupri, he's like, I'm doing a session, turn the cameras on, and then that just becomes content and stuff like that. I appreciate that stuff a lot. That's why I think what we're starving for in like our field is we miss those like behind the music, like what Don Cannon is doing. Like I miss that so much, bro. Like,
amen. On the way, soon come.
Okay. What you
had
got?
these conversations?
Yeah, I know.
Soon come.
Soon for come.
Soon for come.
Soon for come. Soon
but
for come.
I mean, in the interim, bro, what Don Cannon is doing is the closest to
it.
Hey, can I be honest? It's what I want.
It is what I want.
It's what I want. I don't want to go back to just the producer explaining. I like the conversation with somebody that knows and somebody that was around for it to have these convos about. Damn, man, you still on the MP3? Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. MPC 3000. My phone.
Tight. They gonna kill him. He said MP3 when they let that person. We are not reading, like, bro, we do not go into comments.
No, if you couldn't tell.
We do.
A homie might say, yo, you blah, blah, blah. Like, I'll be like, listen, I'm not in the comment section. Like, please. I'm not doing it.
But you know who would kill this when we have him on the pod? We'll have this convo for the NPC convo. Mr. Young Guru. Like,
yo,
he's gonna school us. And
for sure.
Yeah.
Can I bring up something?
What?
So I was in the gym the other day, and it was after we posted the episode before about when I just changed my whole stuff to being more so I'm fully in the box, of course. Like, if you've seen the episode, it was about that technique, and I posted like, oh, let me show everybody because people seem interested. Yeah. Guru called me while I was at the gym, and I freaked out for 2 seconds. I'm in the gym.
First off, because this sets the tone, because like we don't want you dropping, barbells on yourself. Was this arm day or leg day?
It was it was abs and shoulder day.
Damn.
It's a great question. That was a great question. Amazing question. It was ab and shoulder day. So I'm getting my workout in. I look at my phone, and obviously it's Guru, and I was like, yo, what did I do? What did I do? That's the first thing I said. I said, I feel like I was gonna pick up. He's gonna be like, yo, young blood. So I get on the phone with him, and bro, it made my day because he was going and raving about the SPL, the plugin, the mix head one that we was talking about. Ironically, he went and downloaded the machine head one, but he was raving about it. He was like, yo, this is crazy because I'm noticing that I'm getting all that perceived loudness and it's not like raising my peak level. I'm getting, he put my ear onto something else with it. He was like, yo, manipulate the IPS on it and obviously the tape speed. So he was like back, he explained this whole thing about like back in the day, like we had to pick a tape speed and that was just all we had to lock down. If we synced everything, that tape speed had to stay at 30 IPS or whatever it is. And he was like, but it's great because now with this plugin, you could do 15 IPS on the drums, 30 IPS on the music and stuff like that. So I was just like, yo, that's dope. So I typically do 15 IPS, but he was raving about it. And he literally told me, tell them I called you and that I love it and it's dope. So thank you, Guru. I appreciate that for making me not feel crazy. And that meant a lot. Like that really meant a lot to me. Like I was like, yo, I'm not crazy. So I'm mixing fully in the box.
And it sounds great too.
Yeah, it does. So I love it at 15 IPS. Like that's where I got it now. Just because it sounds better with the low end to me. Like as far as how I
bangs with a
reproduce it.
7.5 setting on the Ampex as well. I wonder what that's about.
It's a honestly slower tape speeds on like those on emulation plugins. I noticed that it gives it. I don't want to say it enhances the low end, but it definitely accentuates the low end to me.
Probably because of like the longer sine wave.
Yeah, it makes it thicker. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is something even on like your record that I recently mastered. Is it okay? Yeah. Okay, like good thing I recently mastered. What I've been doing in masters lately, bro, and just in my music in general, I've been getting so touchy with high end. Where shout out Duro. Because Duro kind of put my ear on, yo, these mixes today are so bright. And he was like, that's not my style. Like I don't like that super bright, like kind of like, he was like, it doesn't feel like music to me.
Super crispy.
And there's a way to do it, right? Like where it's tasteful, but he made me start like really like all my masters, all my mixes, like when I'm finished, like, and I'm like there, I'm like, is this too bright? Like, do I have too much high end? When I play it on this dang phone, which I know some people hate when you do, like, forget the phone, no one's listening to it. When I play it on my phone, I hate when it sounds like it's falling apart and it's breaking. You know that sound I'm talking about?
So you can't hear the bass.
Yeah. Oh, that was.
And you know the work you did to make sure you could hear that. It's like,
that's a fact.
How are these hi-hats louder than the bass?
Well, to me, that's why I say, like, with good monitoring, good speakers, like, I'm starting to put, like, and shout out this plugin, I brought it up before, Speccraft. I have a preset in there that literally it's like my final at the end of the mix bus. I just do a little bit of a cleanup on the top end just to make sure that stuff stays down, and that's it.
I want to know how I can like go about that, like from an individual standpoint, because obviously when you go down the mix chain and stuff, things sum up at the end. So I want to know how I can like attenuate that individually, because then when I get to the end, I always have a pro cue, just looking at my
your mix bus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just not doing anything, just to look at my frequency spectrum.
I know what I'm doing?
Yo. You know what I'm doing?
Hold on. I do like looking. I like looking at my frequency spectrum on pro cue for. Like they could make that a meter. They could just make it like a nice. I just like looking at my stuff on there.
This.
What?
Not using nothing, not visual. I don't care.
We know that.
So it's like I'll be going for like the whatchamacallit, the Fletcher Munson curve.
Okay.
And nowadays I be like noticing like my low end will be here and my highs will like be right there, and I'm like, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right.
Can I tell you something? And people might kill me for this. When I remember talking to Jesse Ray, and Jesse Ray was like, yeah, I like to see my frequency, like response going like that. Meaning low end to high end.
Yeah.
Like a roller coaster. He was like, I like it like that. And I'm going to be honest with you, I do too. I'm not saying you should use your eyes and stuff like that, but nonetheless, I do like the sound and fullness of this as far as when I look at mix. And to be honest with you, when I look at a lot of commercial mixes, like, bigger songs and stuff, I do notice that when I analyze
it's a perfect Fletcher Munson.
It's going
more times than not.
Sure, it's going from bigger, louder, low end as far as what's eating up probably the most headroom, and then it's kind of edging off. And I'll be honest with you, I like the sonics of that a lot more than high end being this bright, and then the low end is kind of tapered.
You know why that is too. The higher frequencies are supposed to be lower amplitude because we can hear them easier.
Sure. So that's one thing when I tell, like, sometimes, with some of our members and stuff like that, and when they ask, when I'm doing stuff, I'll be like, check this out. You know your bass, right? When I'm trying to say to myself, or when I'm looking to my bass and I'm like, okay, I want this to be more heard, right? I break my bass up into two different words, heard and felt. I'll take felt. Felt is more to me like the sub frequencies, like the stuff that you just feel, but you don't really hear so much. And then I have the heard, which is more like 200 or 300 and above, right? That's the the herd to
the
me.
R-bass frequency.
Type. So what I'll do is I'll say to myself and ask myself the question. I'm like, do I want more of the herd of the bass or do I want more of the felt of the bass? And so what I'll do is I'll process, for instance, I'll take a Fab Filter Saturn 2. I'll do a filter right at about, let's say 200 hertz or where I feel like it's no more low end. So I'll take that and slide it up until there's no more low end. It's just all the top end kind of stuff of the bass, like the low mids, like 200, 300 and above. And I'll saturate that and I'll also turn it up a bit. So now I play it back and I'm not eating up a bunch of headroom, but instead you can hear the bass a little more. So I'll turn my my fluid audio speakers into just straight mid-range mode, and I'll just turn that up in the actual bass as far as that mid-range of the bass, and now I have more herd of the bass without eating up so much headroom. If I want more felt, that's gonna eat up a little bit more headroom, but I'll also just like soft clip or compensate for that. So that's how I break my bass up. I break it up into two words, felt and heard, and that's how I'll be doing it lately. And that's been serving me a lot better, bro. Like, cause you can't. Because a lot of people are just like, I can't hear the bass. Turn it up. And it's like, bro, you just ate up 6 dB of headroom. Now your whole song is like super quiet. So I've just been doing that a lot lately. I've been doing that a lot in mastering too, low key.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I like how you figured out your low end on the master.
Yes.
Like, oh, rock.
Yes. I definitely did. Can I tell you what plugin I'm using on that? Oh my God. Bro. Shout out Ryan Schwab, bro. And it's just shout out Ryan Schwab.
Come on.
Orange Clip, bro, is so goated, bro.
I can't even call it a.
I know.
it's a whole different plugin now, bro. It's like,
it is. Orange Clip 3 with that soft clipper.
Can't keep getting away with this.
You can't keep getting away with this. Somebody did this. Remember? What I found, I got like a little bit of a newer preset in it. I call it the Master Thickener. And long story short, what it does is I have it like at I want to say 150 and below. Is the first
multi-band mode.
Multi-band, right. I'm at 150 and below on the bottom, and then obviously 150 to like 1.5 for the mid-band, and then 1.5 and above for the third band. What I'll do is I'll boost a dB on both the low and the mid. So basically I'm boosting everything 150 hertz and below, and then 1.5 hertz and below. And then I'm soft clipping that a little bit, and I'm keeping it at the same peak level, and bro, it just inflates the low end. Like it's just... Like, bro,
you know what I've been doing that with?
What?
Which definitely Orange Clip's multi-band feature might be a way better way to go about it. I've just been doing it with the neutron compressor. Shout out Tizio.
Bro.
Shout out Tizio.
Yo, bro.
Before I used to be remember when you first taught it to me, I used to be like, okay, the lows gotta be smashed, and then the mids to highs, it's like, dude, like to taste.
Okay.
Nowadays I've been like, no, I'm gonna smash the highs too, because I want the bass more even.
You like a tighter sound?
I want the feel and the herd kind of like more tight together.
Got you.
Hey man.
What?
I got a plug in that smoke. Actually,
ooh.
I want to hear your plug-in. So all I was gonna say was that Neutron 4 compressor helped me to not have to mult my bass anymore, because back in the day, shout out Jason Joshua, Dave Pensado, what they would do is they would take the bass, split it into 2, roll off all the low end on one, roll off all the high end on the other at the same crossover, and then they would manipulate the low end of the bass differently from the high end. But with the Neutron 4 compressor, you can mult it right inside the compressor, so I haven't had to do it. But what you gonna say?
Hey man, FL25 is out, right?
Yo,
FL25 is out.
Yo.
I've been seeing mad videos.
I've been seeing mad videos.
I'll say this. I haven't used 24. I stayed on FL21.
Yeah, you have.
Damn, you've been on 21 the whole time?
Yeah, he's been a
Still
big
on 20,
proponent on that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to make the leap to 25. There's something in my recording chain. I gotta figure out what plugin is not letting my template open in 25. Probably some waves thing. You know, the whole
the shell. Yeah.
So I'm gonna figure that out. But there's a new plugin that I'm not gonna lie, I used it one time on this Fari record. This is mastering plugin. It's a dedicated mastering plugin. It's called Emphasis.
Emphasis?
Dog, yeah.
Okay.
It's a single band, but it's 2 limiters that are like interdependent. It's one for gain reduction and one for like wave shaping. Dog,
Okay.
it's just it's not that difficult. It's not a million knobs. Let me actually pull it.
And it's called Emphasis?
Emphasis.
That's amazing.
And it's
because,
in
because
So,
remember
yeah.
the numerous plugins we talked about this year about multi-stage compression. It's multi-stage limiting.
Hey,
That's amazing.
I'm a 3 limiter kind of
Kinda guy.
Like, I'm gonna lie, not all the time, but
it'd be working.
it looks like a FL. It looks nice
It
too.
almost give like a isotope feel.
It does look
I like that.
isotopy.
Yeah, I like that GUI.
It does look isotopy.
And it sounds good, man.
And it has
I'm not gonna
2P.
lie. I like
happening?
this new regime of FL. I've been praising a lot. I really like the output of this.
The output consistency.
I
is
feel like
insane.
Y'all don't
dog.
stop. I
I
feel
feel
like,
like between FL 11 and 20, we didn't get much
No.
new besides just GUI changes and just like maybe workflow stuff, but not really no new
right.
plugins.
Larry been having a field day.
Daily uploads.
Yo,
Daily uploads.
I be like, yo, when is he gonna run out of features? Every day I see a new feature in FL. I'm like, yo, bro.
It's insane. We got a new remote app on FL mastering. Keep in mind, like FL 24 was last year. You know what I mean?
Yes.
All the new stuff that we got, low lifter,
Yes.
the multi-band delay, like it's crazy. We having fun on this.
I
side.
do have a really bad thing to bring up as far as DAWs is concerned. So y'all killing it. All right, I'm just gonna say y'all killing it. Y'all got it. Blah 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 blah.
And it's still
y'all
free.
Y'all been a little quiet. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got a little quiet recently.
They trying to iron out. It's gonna be 13. It's gonna be 13.
Okay. Y'all got a
trying to
little
iron
quiet.
out 12, yeah.
Okay. So in Pro Tools, that's so
boy.
corny saying it, but
no.
it's up, bro. The splice integration.
Yeah.
Okay, Studio One people, we know. No, I get it. I know you've been had it. I understand. Cool. I know.
Right.
We got it in Pro Tools. Now, at first, I was like, am I really gonna use this? You know what I mean? I was like, I know it's an integration, but I could just go to my splice how I usually do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Now that I got that little window that I just
yeah.
click my splice and I can type in the vibe I'm going for and drag and drop, everything's in time. I was like, you know what? Wow. And it made me realize, like, yo, bro, Pro Tools, if you just keep going in that direction, bro, with the production, like, it could really be something special. I found some new things out about the MIDI editor that I didn't really know. And I decided, I ain't gonna lie, Larry O inspired me because he be pumping out so much, like,
Content
and tips and tricks about his DAW. And it made me go, yo, bro, I know that there's way more stuff that I'm just not privy to because I feel like Pro Tools is so old. I feel like there's people that work there that probably don't even know like certain things. It's like, oh, that's in the DAW, like the game. Like I didn't even know the game. Shout out I like his content too. Shout out to him. His name is Swollen One. He was doing a lot of Instagram stuff. Now I'm seeing him a lot on YouTube and he's killing it. Like I really like his content. He's really dope. So I want to show love to him for sure.
So what's the moral of the day?
The moral of the day.
The 2000s trap era has some elite mixes. Thank you, Leslie Brathwaite.
Thank you, Leslie Brathwaite, for your contribution.
That's the engineer of the week, y'all.
Engineer of the week.
Engineer of the week, Leslie
Leslie
Brathwaite.
Brathwaite. My bad, bro. I was familiar with your game, but I ain't know you was holding like
Nah,
I ain't know you
he
was
was holding it.
I ain't know
Hall of
you was
Famer.
for like
man.
top 5. Like anyway, what else do we bring up? We should always review because this will help me a
what's
lot.
the moral? So, 2000s trap is amazing.
Right.
FL's mastering. Mastering. As a whole, y'all had the
Newer NPCs and newer hardware.
And Roger Lynn created the
Roger
MPC,
Lynn,
y'all.
right?
And let's also
Young
not
Guru.
forget that exactly because let's also not forget the legendary ASR.
Oh,
The ASR. Shout out
and
Guru.
Don Cannon has the best show on the internet right
With
now.
producers and stuff like Don Cannon's killing it with Smart Network. We was all over the place today, but I'm cool.
Watch
mixed
the
bag.
Tricky Stewart episode. That interview was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one. I gotta watch that one.
Dog,
Heck yeah.
it's amazing.
Okay. Well,
Hey.
shout out to all of our members. We out of here right now.
Hey man, follow the guys on the gram, and remember, just don't forget Roger Lynn's name, please, like we did.